All right, so I'm starting to see an influx of these. Unfortunately for me, my clients know how to recognize this and what to do with it. But a couple of them have forwarded it to me so that I am aware of it. And so this is what you're looking at is an email that purports to be from Microsoft and telling you you need to re-authenticate your two-factor authentication session. I'm not sure if this one says session, but the one I shared a few days ago did say session. This one does not. This is phishing, and few ways. So first of all, I these red lines, that's client information that I've blurred out. That being said, it does say from and then the client name here to, and then the client's email address here, and then the client's name is here. But if you look at this, Angela O'Brien at dawnwilsonrealty.com, that is not a Microsoft email address. And so that's your first red flag. This did not come from Microsoft. This came from Dawn Wilson Realty, which means Dawn Wilson Realty email accounts are compromised. And it also could mean that this is a potential client or a potential, they have a relationship with my client that's, blurred out here. They then send this email authentication request for data center systems, which is very generic, means really nothing. And then it just has the client's name, Monday, September 2023, 6:54 a.m. Different time zone, but that's okay. Could come from California, who knows? But then it says Microsoft two-factor authentication security policy. Your Microsoft two-factor security authenticator access expires soon. This does not happen. To avoid being locked out of your email, scan the QR code below with your phone. And what they want you to do is scan this QR code. And to be honest with you, I didn't do it. So let me see where it goes. I'm sure it goes to what looks like a Microsoft page, but we'll find out right now. We're doing this live, everybody. And it goes to, actually it goes to a Linode instance. So they're using a Linode instance and it is does look like a Microsoft page, and it's already filled in the email address, and it's asking you to authenticate with your password, and probably ask you to authenticate with your QR code. So they're spinning up Linode. If you're not familiar with Linode, it's similar to Microsoft Azure or AWS, Amazon, or Google Cloud. Very similar service. You can spin up servers or web instances or other applications on their systems and pay monthly for that service. And so that's what they did. They spun up this instance with the goal of collecting email addresses and passwords. And they're trying to scare you into giving this information up. So number one rule, do not scan QR codes if you don't know where they came from. Microsoft, Google, all those services do not send QR codes via email for you to scan without you first asking for it first. I'm not even sure they do that at all, but without asking for it first, they do not scan for it. They do not send them. They're not going to send an email from dawnwilsonrealty.com or any other .com. It's going to come from Microsoft. And if it's Google, it's going to come from Google. The same applies for any other service. Facebook is going to come from facebookmail.com. All of these services do not send emails from other domains. The fact that it says Angela O'Brien, it should say Microsoft Security or something like that. This says here security policy. Microsoft has a security team. It says the Microsoft account team down here. You would think it would come from that email address, or that, the name on it would be from that email address. This is 100% a scam. It's phishing. They want you to give up your credentials, and they will probably follow up with some type of text or phone call to get your two-factor authentication code, because that's how they do these scams. This is why two-factor authentication, while it does create another barrier for hackers and attackers, it's not foolproof, because at the end of the day, it depends on the human on the other end of the phone, or the, whatever the application may be. And humans unfortunately are the weakest link in cybersecurity. So don't fall for this scam. If you have a phishing email, you recognize it, or you're not sure even, just send it to support@nwaj.tech. We'll check it out and we'll let you know what it is. So until next time, stay secure.